the king has been anointed and crowned in Britain's biggest ceremony for decades, and many watching during that Anglican service today. Charles's second wife, Camilla, was also crowned queen. Let's check in with SABC News correspondent Laura Makin-Isherwood again. She's live for us in a chilly London. Laura, thank you for being with us again. This pageantry dates back 1,000 years. I mean, he sat on a throne made in the 14th century. On the other hand, if you think about it, 2 generations ago, Queen Elizabeth's uncle had to give up the throne so that he could marry a divorced woman. Divorce ended a lot of things then, but here is the king and queen on their second marriages. Was this something old? Was this all about tradition, or does it also represent a monarchy that is modernizing?
Well, we certainly know that King Charles III has made it clear that he wants to modernise the monarchy even further. He wants to slim it down, reduce the number of so-called senior royals that are active and serving the crown publicly, attending those events on behalf of him and now his Queen Camilla. And you're right about the sort of divorcee question there. And we know that King Charles wanted to make it clear that Camilla was going to be his queen. Queen Elizabeth II, before she passed away, she said that she wanted Camilla to be known as the Queen Consort, but on all the documents, all the programmes that were given out today, Camilla was known as Queen Camilla. And so that seems to be the indication from the palace, from King Charles, that that is what her title will be. And there's been a lot of questions about the relationship that the monarchy has with the public, not just here in Britain, but also around the Commonwealth as well, and other nations where he is head of state. And we think that King Charles III wants to really reassess that relationship and show that he is willing to be a modern king and to be someone that is representing diverse communities as well. And he had a very personal input, I suppose, in what happened in that ceremony today inside Westminster Abbey. He selected the music himself. He invited certain guests, including the South African opera singer Priti Yende as well. She kicked off the proceedings this morning, performing to those that were in the congregation inside Westminster Abbey, wearing this amazing yellow outfit, and she was seen as one of the stars of today's proceedings. But there will be challenges, of course, because there are many people who believe that the monarchy is outdated. And there were protests that took place today alongside that procession route as well. People arrested for potentially causing a nuisance to those parades and proceedings because they think that the monarchy is not fit for purpose, particularly given the cost of living crisis that the UK is going through at the moment. And they are questioning the amount of cash that's been spent on this, despite those promises from the government here that there would be no lavishness or excess.
Yeah, it seemed lavish to me, but great precision. Great to see the troops in motion. This was the focus today, the crowning, but it's a 3-day-long event according to the schedule. Just tell us what's still happening, what's going to happen now.
Yeah, you're right. 3 days worth of events. So we've had today's ceremony, of course, that sort of religious element to this and that official crowning of King Charles and Queen Camilla. Tomorrow, the focus will move away from central London and to Windsor, because in the grounds of Windsor Castle, there's going to be a coronation concert held there with stars performing. And there has been a ballot where members of the public have been able to apply for tickets. And those lucky few that have managed to get hold of them will be making their way to those grounds tomorrow, perhaps taking a picnic to share a lunch with friends and family there and watch that concert. And then on Monday, there's going to be a real focus on the community, on volunteering in particular, because King Charles wants to push this message out that British history has been based largely upon volunteering, upon sharing, upon offering time rather than money and goods. And that seems to be one of his ways to reflect the current situation that the British public are in terms of the economy and that cost of living crisis, as I touched upon earlier. So 3 days worth of events, all of them, of course, surrounding the coronation proceedings. But there is this real focus on people, the public and community too.
All right, thank you for that. SABC News correspondent Laura Makin-Isherwood live from London for us.